Hi, welcome to Auto Age. People who care about automobiles must have heard this saying: the future of the century-old automobile industry is supported by tiny silicon wafers. Electrification has become the foothold of the revolution of new energy vehicles, and it has also created the prerequisites for the realization of highly intelligent vehicles. In the second half of the development of new energy vehicles, the degree of intelligence determines the winner of the game. The brain responsible for coordinating and leading the various parts, the car chip, directly determines the brand ceiling. On August 31st, local time, the U.S. chip manufacturer Nvidia issued an announcement saying that it had received a notification from the U.S. government that the company has to obtain a new license before exporting A100 and upcoming H100 chips to China, including Hong Kong and Russia, in the future. At the same time, another semiconductor manufacturer, AMD, also received a related ban and stopped supplying high-end chips to China. Unlike CPU chips, GPU chips are not aimed at ordinary consumption fields, but key chips in artificial intelligence, deep learning and other fields, which may deeply affect the research and development progress of related technologies of some Chinese autonomous driving companies. Perhaps in order to ease the tense atmosphere, Nvidia founder Jensen Huang put forward a solution as soon as the news was released, saying to use the best alternatives to meet customer needs. But problems have also arisen, and Huang also admitted that for the workloads of customers that require the full performance of the A100, alternatives may be significantly insufficient. It seems that in order to restore confidence, Nvidia also cleverly used a more gentle expression when responding to the media, saying that restricted sales is not a cut of supply, but an additional application process. The current U.S. restricted catalog mainly targets AMD's MI100 and MI200, as well as Nvidia's A100 and H100. Experts in Shenzhen engaged in GPU chip industry research claim that these chips are not aimed at ordinary consumer fields, but in artificial intelligence, deep learning and other fields, such as autonomous driving, medical imaging equipment, smart security, edge computing and other fields related to machine deep learning. These manufacturers have high demand for high-performance GPU chips from Nvidia and AMD. At present, Chinese brands such as BYD, NIO, Leading Ideal, and XPeng all use Nvidia and AMD chips for smart driving and smart cockpits. Even some car companies have built autonomous driving training centers based on Nvidia A100. On August 2 this year, XPeng Motors and Alibaba Cloud announced the establishment of China's largest autonomous driving intelligent computing center in Inner Mongolia for autonomous driving model training. The GPU part of its data center is likely to be the Nvidia A100. However, with the effect of restrictive laws emerging, if Chinese smart car companies cannot take better countermeasures, the learning efficiency of Chinese smart car companies' autonomous driving software will become slower and slower compared to foreign companies as technology is updated. Thanks to the huge industrial first-mover advantage and manufacturing potential, China's new energy vehicle industry and market have both ranked first in the world. In July this year, China's new energy passenger vehicle market share accounted for 68% of the global market share, which means that for every 10 new energy vehicles sold in the world, 7 vehicles are driven on Chinese soil. China's smart car development scale ranks first in the world, and it cannot be ignored that the core chips are severely controlled by others. According to relevant data released by China, in 2021, the import of integrated circuits was 633.5 billion, a year-on-year increase of 16.9%, and the import value was 2,793.5 billion yuan, a year-on-year increase of 15.4%, making it become the largest import value in China. According to statistics, the self-sufficiency rate of China's automotive chips in 2021 was only 5%. As for the subdivisions, China's autonomy rate in automotive computing and control chips is less than 1%, sensors 4%, power semiconductors 8%, communications 3%, and memory 8%. Compared with consumer-grade and industrial-grade chips, automotive-grade chips have high safety and stability requirements, long R&D cycles, high technical thresholds, and large capital investment. Among them, the longest delivery period for automotive-grade MCUs is 52 weeks. Therefore, the development of automotive-grade chips faces more challenges. In early August, China's Biren Technology Company released the first general-purpose GPU BR100 in Shanghai. According to official data, the chip integrates 77 billion transistors, and its 16-bit, half-precision, floating-point computing power can reach more than 1000 T and 8-bit fixed-point computing power. Moreover, it can reach more than 2000 T, and the peak computing power of a single chip has reached the level of 10 million calculations per second, flops. Although this chip has only half-precision level, compared to the 8-bit and 16-bit fixed-point computing power of the Nvidia A100 chip with the same 7 nanometers process, the BR100 of Biren Technology has surpassed that of Nvidia. In the past, the market share of China's domestic automotive chips was only 5%, and most of them were low-end chips. For us, the first step is to make the product well, and the second step is to reduce the cost so that we can compete with international chips. Chen Shujie, Vice President and Chief Brand Officer of China's Xinchi Technology Company, he believes that China's domestic chips have ushered in a window period, and localized R&D and production will have an advantage in future competition. In fact, as automotive-grade chips enter the stage of getting into the car, chip computing power has become another dimension of competition among car companies. And China's own chips have to rise. Earlier, the U.S. Department of Commerce officially announced the final rule to implement new export controls on 4 technologies including EDA, electronic design automation, software, and the relevant ban took effect in August. It is worth mentioning that EDA software belongs to the upstream industry of chip manufacturing and is known as the mother of chips. It is the cornerstone industry of electronic design, covering all processes such as integrated circuit design, wiring, verification, and simulation. The chips designed in China basically use EDA software. Under the pressure of multiple combination punches, the Chinese must make their own chips with their own domestic software. China has become the world's largest new energy vehicle market. Such a market size has also helped China's domestic chip manufacturers to find a breakthrough point in the crisis, because the chip industry also has the characteristics of scale effect. Due to the high cost of chip development, the chip cost will only drop if a large number of users dilute the cost. At present, the 2 best tracks of new energy vehicles and chips are converging, and the competition for automotive-grade chips is the key to the future car competition. Well, if we give Chinese technology companies a certain amount of time, can the problem of automotive-grade chips be solved? Will they be able to face reality with wisdom and courage in the midst of helplessness? What do you think about this issue? Welcome to leave your insightful ideas in the comment area. That's all for today's sharing. See you tomorrow.